All right, rounding. Recall that rounding 5 and up rounds up. Anything less than 5 rounds down. Rounding down means stays the same. Now, the biggest part of rounding is recognizing where we're going. So when it says round to the nearest 100, 6 is in the 100 spot, which means I look to the spot past that, which is 4. 4 tells me to round down, so I'm going to stay the same. So I'm going to start with that 6, and because I'm staying the same, I just have 600. Everything past, like to the right of where you're rounding, should be zeros. Okay, so let's look at this one. To the nearest 10th. 10th place is 5. That means I look at 7. 7 rounds up. So everything to the left, 43 point, stays the same. 7 tells me to round up, so I have 43.6 to the nearest 10th. And because now we are to the right of the decimal, we don't need to put those zeros on the end. They are insignificant. All right, we're going to do this table, and we're going to do the first 2 lines together, and then I'm going to have you do 3 through 6 on your own. So the first one, nearest million. Okay, well, remember million. We have the 1, 10, hundreds, thousands. Nearest million is here in that 5 spot. I look at the 2 rounds down, so I'm going to have 545 million. And I've just got the zeros at the end. Now, nearest thousand. Well, 1,000 is this 5. The 5 past that rounds up, so I've got 5, 4, 5, 2, 3, rounds up, 6, and then 3 zeros. It's hard to do, I can't write this small. Nearest 100, well, 100 is here, 8 rounds up. So this spot is going to be 5, 4, 5, 2, 3, 5, and then we said 8 rounds up, so 600. And the nearest 10, 10 is that 8, we look at the 3, so the 5, 4, 5, 2, 3, 5, 580. Okay, let's do the next one. Again, we'll talk through that one. When it says nearest million, that's 4. The 6 rounds up, so this is just going to be 5 million. Okay, nearest thousand. 1,000 is here. 3 rounds up, or the 5 rounds up. So I'm going to have 4, 6, 9. The 5 rounds up, so 4, 3 zeros. We go to the nearest 100. 4 rounds down, so 4, 6, 9, 3, and then we round down, so 500. And the nearest 10, 3 rounds down, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down here. I have 4, 6, 9, 3, 540. Okay, I want you to take the time and work through the other 4. I'm going to try to get the answers in there so that when you come back, you can check them and make sure they work. We'll see how many I can get in here. All right, so check my rounding. You can see number 4. I wrote all down here, and this one over here goes with number 5. For number 6, they all round to 889 million. All of them, which I think is kind of interesting because the way it is. So that's good. That's good. So check those out. Hit pause if you need to look at them. See if you have any questions. If something doesn't make sense, you're not sure how I got it, feel free to shoot me an email, and I can explain more that way. All right, we've got another table. Now we're going to the right of the decimal place. So 10th, 100th, 1000th. So again, we're going to do 2 together, and then I'll have to do the other 4. So the first one, nearest 10th. Well, that's just 1 place past. So if I look at 5, 5 rounds up. So I've got 535 point. If I go up from 0, I go to 1. Nearest hundredths. Well, hundredths is 2 place. So I look at the 5. I'm going to 5. The 7 rounds up. So there I have 535.0. 7 rounds up. So I go to 6. And then thousandths is the 3rd one. Well, if I'm looking, I want to go to 7. 4 rounds down. So 535.057. All right, number 8, nearest 10th, first place, 7 rounds up, so 9.4. In the next one, I look past at the 0, 0 rounds down, so just 9.37. And in the last one, I'm going to the 0, 3 rounds down, so 9.370. Now, because it ends in a 0, you can either put that 0 in or not. It's up to you entirely. Okay, I'm going to have you hit pause and try 9 through 12. I will write the answers in, and then you can come back and check your answers, see how you did. All right, you can check your work. Number 11 had some longer numbers, so I put those down below, but everything else is in the table. So double check and make sure you're on the same page. Now let's pretend we're rounding with money. So if we go to the nearest cent, remember that's 2 decimal places. That's like the nearest hundredth. And we also want to go to the nearest dollar. So if we start everyone with the nearest cent, that's 2 decimal places, 6 rounds up. So this one would be 250.64. To the nearest dollar, well then you're just looking at the tenths place. So that the nearest dollar would be 251, because 6 rounds up. I'm not going to put the dollar sign for all these because yes, I am that lazy. All right, nearest cent, 1 rounds down, so 750. Looking at nearest dollar, 5 rounds up, we're looking at 8. Nearest penny, 8 rounds up. If I round up, that 9 becomes 10, 9, I'm going to end up with 1619.00, which also becomes 1619 when I do to the nearest dollar. Nearest cent, 1 rounds down, so 256,521.42. And nearest dollar, 4 rounds down, so just 256,521. Nearest cent, 7 rounds up, so 1,563,562.06. To the nearest dollar, 0 rounds down, so just 1,563,562. And this one, nearest cent, 2 rounds down, so 8,999,49. 4 rounds down. You always go back to the original for rounding, so we'd end up with 8,999. Number 7. Nearest cent, 2 rounds down, so 20,056. Nearest dollar, 5 rounds up, so 20,001. Just change color because I'm bored with that one. Nearest cent, 5 rounds up, so 52.50. But when I go to round to the nearest dollar, 4 rounds down, so I'm just at 52. Okay, for this one, nearest cent, 5 rounds up, so I have all of this big number, 0.02. And 0 rounds down, so I just have to the nearest dollar that whole big long nearest dollar, because I'm not writing all that out, I'm lazy. And the last one, 42 cents, that 9 rounds up, so I would have 0.43. And to the nearest dollar, 4 rounds down, so I would just have 0. And that, I believe, is rounding.